Your transformation is waiting for you. Whether you realize it or not, it's right around the corner. Soon. Like, what do you mean? Transformation's waiting for me. What the fuck does that even mean? Darius, what? Soon? Around the corner? Like, what is soon? What is transformation? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Nah, I'm gonna have to dip out of this video, man. I don't know. This is way too woo-woo for me. Yeah, right around the corner. It really is. There's no time. There's no time. It's like, what do you mean? How can there not be time? How can there, like, well, it's like you're bought into this physical reality. Yeah, there's time there. But you exist in a timeless state outside of a physical limitation, a separation. And so the transformation comes when you realize that. That 1 week from now, when this transformation may or may not occur, is literally 1 second from now. You know, like I said, I think in my previous video or two, I mentioned, I'm like, Jesus happened a moment ago. You're like, what do you mean? Jesus happened 2,000 years ago. No, he happened literally a moment ago. He happened right now. He happened a moment into the future. He happened, there is no time. You guys really don't get that. How simultaneous everything is. How awareness-based everything is. How consciousness it is. And so when I say your transformation is waiting for you, waiting to be unlocked, to be discovered, discovering Darius. Self-discovery that leads to transformation. What does that even mean? What is the essence of this channel? All the videos I've put up. Just mental masturbation, video after video, pointing to the same fucking thing. When are you going to realize that? When are you going to step into it? When are you going to stop chasing? Chasing. Well, Darius, you said transformation's around the corner. You're putting it out into some future date. So how could I not chase it? How could I not go after it? Yeah, it's all very illusory, isn't it? It's going to fuck with you. It's like, there's no way around the fucking with you. The way everything's set up, man. Very intended by the genius consciousness that runs the show. Meant to fuck with your mind. You think your mind knows all this shit? It doesn't know shit. It doesn't. Little snapshots, little slices of the pie, little pieces of the pie, of the puzzle. It's like the one piece of the puzzle you're trying, like the jigsaw puzzle. The one piece is going to understand the whole puzzle. How silly. How silly. So what is this transformation? It's like, why are you even watching the videos to begin with? What are you looking for here? Why have you subscribed? Why are you watching my videos? There's like, I don't know, a few hundred of you that faithfully watch my videos. That like probably watch most. It's like, I don't know, maybe 15, 20, 25% watch an entire video from beginning to end. You know how many people just like, they come on, they're like, I'm not really feeling this topic. And then they click off. And you guys don't get that every fucking video I put out is gold. And the urge that you have to click off the video tells you just how misaligned you are with that particular topic or delivery. So you guys are coming to this channel and watching these videos because on some level you're feeling lost, out of touch with yourself, or stuck. What are you stuck in? What are you stuck in? What are you transforming yourself from and into? Why even bother putting up a video about transformation? Because we're all such individual expressions of the consciousness that is. Because we're all such just bodies in a floating landscape of physical stuff. Transformation is going to look different for each person. How they perceive it, what they manifest in their lives afterwards. Once they've realized it, the grand realization where now you're all of a sudden the shit, right? You're amazing. You're like, I know more than this other person. I see the truth of reality. I'm amazing. No. You realize how powerless and weak you truly are in this physical form. And it is within that realization, baked into that realization, the transformative power of understanding how infinite you are, how paradoxical all of this shit is, how contradictory all of it is. And I've done videos on all of this shit. I've done videos on all of it. It's like, at what point do I like rest from making? I'm trying to come up with what am I going to talk about? What like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you don't actually go for it. Seek. Chase until you no longer need to chase. Or maybe it just comes to you. Maybe you see, like, oh, all that chasing, all that stuff I was doing, like, it would have been just so much simpler, so much more direct if I just sat in stillness and went within. If I actually like stopped this rat race that humanity is caught on. If I actually stopped that temporarily and went within. It's like, I find it so funny and silly, all these law of attraction manifestation videos. It's like everyone's so bought into this physical reality that you think a transformation is going to come from changing your external reality, having some stuff, having some relationships, having some experiences. And honestly, like, you want the opposite to happen. You want to put yourself, the individual spark that you are in a body, you want to put that in a place where it really doesn't matter what the external looks like in any given moment. You're still abundant in nature because your light is shining. You become the example. You transform yourself from this weak, like, bought into this petty bullshit, this like superficial stuff. You move on from that. You graduate into this place where, like, oh, like there's more important stuff than my little idiosyncratic compartmentalized problems. It's a place of like true freedom and liberation. That you can be trapped physically in this body and still feel infinite and free. Where anything is possible. Where you don't limit yourself to a specific manifestation that you want. Where you trust, where you have the faith that you know God's gonna provide whatever you need to be provided for. That the whole reality, the whole thing is silly. And God knows just how silly it all is. That's why we can make fun of it and laugh about it. That's why there's comedy. Because we see how silly all of this shit is. How can you not laugh at it? How can you not step away from like how serious you take everything? Everything's so serious. You just smirk at life. You smile at it. You're like, oh, haha, so funny, so silly. Okay. And you're stuck. You're stuck feeling stuck. You're stuck feeling lost. You're lost feeling stuck. What's my purpose? What am I supposed to do? Where am I going? What's my plan look like? How do I achieve enlightenment? Whatever questions you have, it's all silly. It's like, it's almost like when you realize that there is the balance in destiny and free will. Like for me personally, I was always destined to come in and realize this. So what did it really matter what I ever did in my life up until now? If I was fighting, I'm trying to I'm trying to see all the, it was going to come to me whether I realized it or wanted it or not. It was like, even within me wanting to search for it, sitting down and watching videos and reading books and scriptures and whatever, even me doing those things, it wasn't even me doing those things. It was like God running the show, the instinct, the intuition that's guiding me on the path. It's like, I feel like doing this, I'm gonna do this. Something feels off. Well, that's that idea, that knowing of something feeling off, always the thorn in the back of my mind, pushing me onto this path, whether I wanted it or not. It's like I say, we're all on this path, whether we realize it or not. The path to transformation, to where eventually all of this stuff that you thought was so super important, it loses its like significance. And then like now you're grasping and like you're like grappling with like what do I even do? Like when I say like you have this like spiritual identity crisis, right? What's important, what's not important? All the stuff I used to think was important, like, and you're trying to make sense of all these things, right? That's the transformative process. Where it's like I come in, I'm conditioned, I buy in, people tell me things, and then I come to my own conclusions, and they tell me things, and I come to more conclusions, and then sometimes on my own, without somebody telling me something, I just make up whatever lies and believe them. I buy into it, and then now your entire life is basically trying to dissolve this conditioned shit that eventually it is the transformative process itself. So whether you're like consciously transforming or not, you're always somewhere on that path. This massive spectrum of what reality looks like in this physical world. You're always transforming. But like I say, there is a huge power in consciously choosing to transform. Consciously choosing the path. You know, it's like how they say the path of least resistance. Well, it might not even seem like it's the path of least resistance. To you, where you're at, it might be the path of most resistance because you've built up so much resistance to the true nature of what's going on. How could you see it? Let's say you're addicted to something. Wouldn't it be so utterly a resistance to your addiction to go and step onto the path, to let go of that addiction? And you're fighting it and you're fighting it. You're basically fighting a state of being that you've built up on top of yourself. Your true self's never resisting. It's never fighting. It just is. It's just awareness, consciousness. It just is. That's the part that's merged all the time. That's the subconscious. That's the isness that governs, that's expanding, that's ascending. Like, why did I have to be born? Oh, I wish I could have been born in a different time when life was easier. It's like life is as difficult as it needs to be for you at this moment to realize whatever lesson or whatever experience, feeling, whatever you have in any given moment or series of moments. And just around the corner is this transformative awareness knowing. I just don't see, Darius. I just don't see. Well, how could you? How could you? I just don't see. You're telling me that when I look and what I currently see isn't the true sight? How is that possible? What am I seeing? You're seeing through a microscope. You've taken like the little slide and you're going to look at like, whatever you're going to look at under the microscope. That's what you've turned your life into. A microscopic lens that you're projecting all the time. And so in that one little focal point, of course you're powerless, of course you're weak, of course you're pity party, stuck, lost, of course. Because there's no realization of a whole. There's no realization of a base consciousness that's peering out always out there. You don't sense that about yourself. You don't see that about yourself. You don't hear that truth that resonates so deeply that it's just so explosive and expansive. You don't see that. And so then you get an idea comes in, you're like, I'm gonna do this. That's gonna be good. I'm gonna go, here's my 5-year plan. I'm gonna go be this. And then God has something entirely different in store for you. And then now what you're doing is you're just basically reconciling the dichotomy between those two positions. God's position for you through your destiny and your own position through your free will. Well, which one's greater? You tell me. You tell me. You cannot deny that we are destined to do stuff. Some people are just born to be something and they're not. It doesn't matter. Then no matter how hard you fight your destiny, that you will come into that realization to your destiny, kicking or screaming. Whether you want it or not, it is right around the fucking corner. Yeah. And that sounds kind of scary, right? It's like ominous. It's like, what do you mean it's around the corner? What, I can't escape it? What? Yeah. It scares the mind. It scares the mind because the mind's always wondering when. The mind likes to know, like I say. It likes to think it's in control. There's no control. You're most in control when you lose the idea of wanting to control. That's the non-resistance. Your mind, you associating yourself with your mind and thinking you're that individual part that wants to control some circumstance, that makes plans, that thinks it knows better than the reality itself. Yeah, that's scary. It's scary to that part of you. That's the fear. And the dawning of those realizations, that the transformation that happens through those realizations, that unlocks these layers within you. These karmic portal layers, these gunky things that are built up on top of you that start to dissolve into the ether. Well, that whole process is scary. That whole transformative thing is scary. You're like, wait a minute. Like, it doesn't matter what I want or don't want or do or don't do, or yeah, it really doesn't. It really doesn't, guys. And so I speak from firsthand experience. When I realized these things and recognized these things and understood these things, it fucked with me. That's the Jesus going into the desert and having his battle with the devil. That's the purging of the final stuff I talk about. That's the wrestling with this illusion. That's stepping into the faith and exposing your light to be seen with no fear. Because I just am what I am. I'm just my authentic self, and it's the most shining, bright light there is. How could it not be? I am the spark of God, am I not? Are you not? Think about it. Or maybe don't think about it. You are God. You are a part of God. And the transformation lies in realizing that. You have the same creative properties within you, localized to an individual body, separate temporarily, but not even separate. It's like even while you think you're separate, you're not. You're very embedded, intermeshed with it. And so the transformation happens in realizing that, in not fighting it, in letting whatever this moment has for you to be fully realized as the most grand, amazing life existing in your reality, and you syncing up with it and flowing with it, and the tremendous power that comes with that, the tremendous responsibility that comes with that. You're like, wow, I get it. It makes sense. Well, what can I do with that? Because you're always, before the transformation happens, you're always trying to do in terms of what you think is best for it's a selfish kind of thing. It can't help but be. My problems, my reality, my family, my friends, my this or that. It's very segmented and like, me first mentality. And when you realize that like you're just one part of the whole, then you want the whole to be better. And there's really no better or worse. It's just aligned or inaligned. It feels good or doesn't feel good. It's paradoxical to describe it. It's silly. You just do. You just are. And then out of that, whatever manifestation needs to come, comes. You are co-creating now. You are merged with the divine will. It steps in and takes over. And it isn't like, the autopilot lights on, but no one's home. You're driving and you don't remember how you got there because you were so lost in whatever. No, it's a very keenly aware stepping into process that you're so merged with. You just instinctively, intuitively know that whatever you're doing in any given moment is perfectly aligned and is what is meant to be. In a moment, in a specific place, in a specific point in time. And so, yeah, it's like while you're in the physical, there's time. But then while you're merged with this will of God and that it's working through you, there's no time either. You step into the timeless state, the transformative, powerful state. You step into that. You tap into it. You merge with it. There is the union yoga. And now, well, how can someone come and tell you this is what this is and that you're just a weak, powerless bitch and that you're just stuck and lost? No. How could I be lost when I feel so found? How could I be lost ever again? How could I ever buy into the temptation and the illusion and the separation and the devil? How? How could I not see through all of it all the time? How could I not be merged with that level of consciousness realization within me? How? Getting there, getting there, getting there. You think you're getting there. You're reaching for it. The mind, reaching. No, 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 no. It's the opposite. It's the mind receding into itself, dissolving into itself. Still there. Still there. Your personality doesn't go away. Your ego doesn't go away. It's just quiet, quiescent. And then now the self emerges. The merged self emerges. Takes over. That's what you want taking up shop in you. But it's not even taking up like something coming in and taking, it's already within you, waiting to be unmasked. What's come up and taken up shop in you is the bullshit. The layers upon layers upon layers, right? What you're gonna do, the shadow work, the shadow. That's all it is. Whatever. The darkness can't know the light. Well, what is this darkness? What is it? What is the devil? What is fear? What is this like uneasiness that you're always feeling in the pit of your stomach? You're like, or this just like general malaise, this apathy, this whatever. Something always feels off. Something feels stuck. There's really no words to describe it, really, ever. Yeah, you just use like a whole variety of words to describe it. It's never it. How frustrating is that? To try and describe God or the devil or illusion or isness or truth through words that are never quite right, ever. And trying to come to terms with that. And trying to express something that you just can't express. And then you'll understand the level of frustration and annoyance. It's a word, annoyance. that I can feel in a moment. It's just like, to me, it's like blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. That's all it is to me. That's what it sounds like to me. I'm speaking these things. Oh, how eloquent. Oh, how it flows out of you, Darius. Oh, you're so aligned with the spirit that comes and it flows. You're channeling. Ooh. To me, it's like I'm just regurgitating the same fucking shit over and over again. One thing leads to another, man, in time. So I realize, I see, and then the transformation happens and I step into me, which is everything. That's it. Class dismissed, you know? But what does that look like? How do I know? Where do I go? What do I... all those questions are fucking irrelevant, man. Because once you've realized it, you just know what to do. You're not coming to Darius asking questions anymore or interested in watching his videos because you're too busy living your life from your own God-realized place yourself. And so then I become obsolete. If anything, I'm just a friend now. I'm just a buddy. Yeah, we can hang out and shoot the shit and just talk about how masturbatory all this shit is. Man, Darius, I really get what you meant. Yeah, I really get it now. How utter mental masturbation all this shit is. How silly. That you could go and read Ecclesiastes and just get what this guy is talking about. How silly all of it is. And how could you not become jaded and cynical in a way? It's like, what the fuck did you make me incarnate for, God? Like, well, Darius, I put you here so you could eventually, come out of your own suffering and then maybe talk about it a little bit. And then you're gone. Just as quickly as you came in, you're poof, into nothing again. Into the great beyond. Okay, I guess. And then what is pleasure? What is desire? What is wanting to do anything anymore? That's what they mean. That's why they're telling you let go of desire. Because after a while, it's basically just God desiring something through you. God wanting to experience something through you. In as much as you being separate and experiencing in a physical. Well, what will do you have? That's silly shit, man. I feel stuck. I feel lost. I don't know what my path is. There's only one path. And however illusory that path may look, it's still the same path. One is consciously realized and one is unconscious. That's all it is. Same path, though. Same life. Life is the path. God is life. God is the path. It's all interchangeable words for the same shit. The one true path. Well, the one true path, like I say, is consciously choosing it. There is power in that. That is the devotion. That is the I'm sincerely showing the everything of consciousness within me. That is showing that I'm looking. I'm keeping an eye out for it. I'm aware. That all of my superficial wants are irrelevant because I deeply know and understand that once I find this realization, then I can come back in and have some wants and desires and then be more aligned with those wants and desires to impact this wonderful earth that we exist in. Because up until that point, before you realize that and then experience the transformation and step into yourself, all these wants and desires are at their root kind of illusory. And even after the wants and desires are still illusory, but because you're aligned, you recognize the illusory nature of it, so you're flowing with it. It isn't some humping, trying to get something. Trying so hard. And there's no more trying. It's just isness, and you just are, and then you're like, cool. You just chill. You're like, okay, I guess I'll go do. I guess the body's hungry. I'll go eat, and I guess the body wants to have sex, so I'll go have sex. And the body, it's a weird thing. It's like this third party, like the body wants this, or the God wants this, or like it's so bizarre. And if you start communicating that way, then you sound insane. you know. But then if you don't communicate that way, then it's also like you're saying I, me, I want this, I want that. So then you're coming off as like not really, to someone else, not really realizing that like the I is illusory and there is no I, and then like the I recedes, and it's all very non-dual. And I'm telling you guys, non-duality has truth, very true. It is truth itself, okay? But when you start communicating that way and expressing it, it sounds batshit. It's very advanced, like I say. It doesn't matter. Your own specific POV, your own however it resonates with you, is perfectly and meticulously designed to be how you see. And so if the non-duality stuff resonates with you more than like the Judeo-Christian model, okay, cool, great. Still pointing to the same truth, doesn't matter. You want to do yoga, you want to do tantra, you want to go be a Taoist, you want to be a Buddhist, it doesn't fucking matter, man. It's all pointing you back to the same thing. And that's why there's so many commonalities across all of them. People get hyper fixated and focused on the separate stuff, the stuff that's different, just like humans do with each other. You get focused on like, oh, this isn't right because this says this. No, look for the commonalities and then you branch out. Then you see. It's through the commonality, it's through the isness of it. Then you see. If you only focus on what's different, of course you're only going to see what's different. It's like you know it in your heart, your intuitive self, you know that racism is wrong, for example, right? It's like, did you come to that realization because other people told you racism is wrong? Or did you realize it because your heart told you that another person's another person, no matter what color or background? It doesn't matter. And so from that same understanding where you realize the commonality, the oneness with them, you look at religion or scripture through that way lens too. And you're like, oh, how cool, how awesome and different this stuff is. I don't want everything to be the same. I don't want there to be 8 billion Dariuses, guys. I don't. How boring would that life be? Don't you see that? How our differences make us awesome. How our differences are just layers of the one. And then within that understanding lies this amazing transformation where the true manifestation, where the true alignment with your abundance comes in. Your abundance just is your default state of being. And you're not trying for stuff anymore. It doesn't matter whether you get it or not. Like, yeah, okay, it's a little nicer if I have stuff. I'm not physically struggling all the time. Okay, yeah. But there's more than enough to go around for all of us to realize that. If we see the commonality, if we see the humanity in everything, then we stop fighting.